Hi guys, welcome along to another live stream on the Chill Out Fight channel. I'm Michael. It's Sunday evening, just gone 5:30 in the evening here in the UK, and I thought we would just do a quick little flight from Gatwick, and we'll head down to Madrid this evening. We've got the origami scenery for Gatwick. Looks very nice. We're parked down here on the pier stand 32 Romeo, and we will be taking the Toliss A321 from Gatwick to Madrid. We've got the ground crew already there, and it's not live time. I've taken it back to about 12 o'clock this afternoon, just so we got plenty of of daylight on the way down, because we do have nice scenery down in Madrid as well. We've got the flight plan already sorted out with SimBrief, and we will hop on down to the aircraft and we'll go get it set up. We can have a quick look down. Ground crew there, getting the catering on, and the buses, and we'll get the passengers have just arrived by the looks of things. So what we'll do is we will get them. We'll get them starting to load. We will hop in to the airplane, and we'll get going. We are now on the flight deck. Let's have a quick look at what we need to do. We have valid air rack cycle, which is good. We'll go to the init page, and we're in Gatwick, so it's Echo Golf Kilo Kilo. We're heading to Madrid, which is Lima Echo Mike Delta. Pop that in. Flight number today, we are BA 1225, and we'll drag up the flight plan, and we'll have a quick look at our route down to Madrid. There it is. We're going to start out at Gatwick at 2:06 left, I think. Portsmouth over the English Channel, northern bit of France, then out over the Bay of Biscay, over Santander, and we got a straight in arrival to Madrid pretty much. And our alternative is Albacete. So we will go and we'll grab this, the cost index. Let's have a quick look. Cost index is 6. And our cruise is 330. Grab the winds. Green nav green for the IRS's. Wind request, which is good. What else we need to do? We now need to have a quick look at our flight plan. So from Gatwick, I'm going to pop that on the second screen just when I do this. So from Gatwick it is 2:06 left, and we are doing the Nova 1 X-ray departure. That one, pop that in. So from Novma we take the Lima 620, which takes us to Southampton. From Southampton it is the Mike 195 that takes us to Marek. From Marek, November 621 to Lelna.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I would love to welcome you aboard our flight.
From Lelna,
please be sure to place your larger
upper
carry-on
November
items in the overhead bins and smaller items underneath the seat in front of you.
621.
Unless you're in the front row, please place all of your items in the overhead bins. If you have any trouble finding a location for your carry-on items, please let a flight attendant know and we would be happy to assist you. After you put your carry-on items in the overhead bin and it is full, make sure you close it as a courtesy to other passengers.
November 90.
Also be sure that the aisle is clear and sit down so that way other passengers can get by you.
Novan.
If you are seated in an emergency exit row, please review the exit seating responsibilities in the safety card provided for you. Please make sure that you are able and willing to perform these actions. If you're not, please let a flight attendant know so that way you can be reseated. Feel free to use your cell phones during the rest of the boarding process, but
and
we
do
ask that
Novan,
laptops, tablets, and any other larger
November
electronic devices are stowed once we depart from the gate.
864.
Thank you and welcome aboard.
And that takes us to Non-2. With Non-2 being the beginning of our arrival into Madrid. So we can get rid of that. Insert, and then from into Madrid. It was going to be, it's 18 right, which is as straight in. 18 right Zulu, and it's the non-2 2 Alpha arrival. Via, we grab the charts. Let's have a quick look at the via. We're going to go via Rilco, which is there. Pop that in. 707 miles. And the flight plan is giving us pretty much spot on of 709. So that is good. So we should have a quick look at the at what fuel we need to take. Take off fuel 8.8 tons, block fuel just 9 tons. We'll take 10.5 tons just for in case of any unexpected diversions or weather. So 73.8 tons is the zero fuel weight. So we'll apply those. And the fuel, we said 10 tons. Take 10
We're
and
on
a
your
half.
time now.
10 and a half.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight 09 with service to Madrid. Our flight time will be roughly 1 hour and 40 minutes. Now that the cabin door is closed, please make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your large devices are now shut down and stowed. Please fasten your seatbelt and make sure that all tray tables and seat backs are in the full upright and locked position for departure. Cabin crew, secure doors for departure.
We got V1 155, VR 159, and V2 162. Transition is 6,000. Flex of 57. Good, so that's that all set. What we need to do is see if Angry Brian is floating around to get us pushed back. We're going to get pushed back this way. Good.
Ground to cockpit, plan acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you are ready.
Not Angry Brian this time.
Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
So where else we need to go? Let's get rid of this ground handling now. Everyone is on board. We'll go here. And we will just close all the doors up. That is that. So we look like we need to just get our stop altitudes in for our departure out. 4,000, 4,000, so stopping at 4,000 to begin with. Busy London airspace. And active sky for the QNH 1028, which is quite handily set already. Fuel pumps are on.
All doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
We've got flight, we'll put the constraints on. Boost the brightness a little bit. And that all looks good. We'll just have a quick one, we're waiting to be pushed back. A quick look through this flight plan. There we are. Fly down, make sure everything's alright. And yeah, direct into Madrid, and there's the go around coded should we need it.
And bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
There we go, we'll get rid of the parking brakes.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
And there goes engine 2. Got seatbelt signs are on. Wing on, beacon on, strobe.
Hey,
That's
quit blinding me with your taxi light.
not that one.
Turn it off.
Get told off by the truck driver. Just while we're getting pushed back.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the screens for an important safety demonstration. Thank you for flying with us.
Quick look at where we are. We're over here. We're getting pushed back onto Kilo. There's Kilo November. Zulu. And we'll go holding point Mike for 2-6 left.
We're now going to explain the emergency procedures on this British Airways aircraft. The captain and the crew are here for your safety. It is important that you pay attention and follow instructions carefully.
And we'll
First,
start
check
engine
your
2.
seatbelt is securely fastened. Insert the metal tag into the buckle and tighten by pulling on the loose end. To unfasten, simply lift up the metal flap on the buckle and pull apart. You'll find the seatbelt sign in the panel above your head. When it's on, you must fasten your seatbelt. We'll provide extension seatbelts for infants. We suggest you keep your seatbelt fastened and visible during our flight, even when the sign is off. Your life jacket is either beside or underneath your seat. To use it, take it out of the container and place it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist and tie them securely in a double bow at your side. Inflate your life jacket when you leave the aircraft. We will supply life cots for babies and life jackets for children. In the unlikely event of the aircraft having to make an emergency landing, you'll be told to take this protective brace position. But when
Operation
seated
complete.
facing rearwards
Set
in Club
parking
World,
brake.
you must adopt this
Parking
position.
brake is set.
We will now explain how to
tow.
leave the
Stand by.
aircraft in an emergency. Move quickly to the closest usable exit, taking nothing with you. High-heel shoes must be taken off as they may tear the evacuation slide. Emergency lighting, including floor-level lighting, will help you find your way to the exits. These are clearly signed. There are 2 exits at the rear of the aircraft and 2 at the front of each cabin section. Your crew will now point out the exits nearest to you.
We'll set flap 1. For our
To open
takeoff.
the doors, move the handle in the direction of the red arrow. Opening the doors automatically inflates the evacuation slides. The slides can also be inflated
2
by
good
pulling
engine
this
starts we
handle.
got.
Tow is
Jump onto the
disconnected
slide
and
and
bypass
move away
pin
from
has
the
been
aircraft.
removed. Hand
If the
signal will be
aircraft
on the
has
right.
landed on
We'll
water,
see you next
these
time
slides
and have a
detach to
great
form
flight.
rafts. As you leave the aircraft, inflate your life jacket by pulling the red
See
tag.
if we can see him.
If necessary, blow into this mouthpiece to top up the air. The life jacket is fitted with a light and a whistle. Your oxygen mask is behind the panel just above your head. If the cabin air system should fail, this will be released. Stay in
There we
your
go,
seat
bypass
and pull
pin.
the mask towards you to open your supply. Please
And
note
we
that
can
the
get
band does not
ourselves
inflate. Place it over your mouth and nose
underway.
and adjust the band to secure it, then breathe normally. Do make sure your own mask
So
is
we're gonna
correctly
take
fitted
the,
before helping anyone else.
Take the
In
first
some
left.
areas, you release the mask by pulling on this coloured streamer. If you're in a Club World sleeper seat, you may need to reach through the dividing screen to retrieve your mask. All electronic devices, including mobile phones, must be switched off, and all headsets must be removed whenever the engines are running on the ground during takeoff, approach and landing. Please ensure your mobile phone and any devices that can send or receive calls or text messages remain off for the flight. Any items with a flight safe mode should have this feature enabled now. Some electronic devices can be used once we're airborne. Please check High Life magazine. Take care your hand baggage isn't blocking the aisles or exits. It must be put under the seat in front of you or in an overhead locker. But place items in the locker carefully, as they may fall and injure someone.
So we're
As
going to
we
take
prepare
this
for
first
takeoff,
left.
please make sure that your tray table is
Should
put
take
away.
us on to
your seat is
November.
upright and your armrest is down. Please stow your individual video screen and footstool if you have them. Finally, take a look at the safety card in the seat pocket. If you have any questions, please ask your crew. We hope you have a relaxed and enjoyable flight.
Doing this, we will arm the spoilers. Auto brake to max. We'll take the next left. Next left we want to take. Let's just have a quick look. Actually, we can follow straight on to. So we'll continue our taxi straight ahead. Get ourselves on the runway. Taxi light can come up. Seatbelts on. No smoke sign. Ding the cabin crew. Check the takeoff config. Everything's good. But not a long flight tonight. It was a spare of the minute stream for this evening. I got everything done that I needed to do, so quite fancied a little jaunt down to Madrid. So here we are. Get this sorted. Landing lights on.
Approaching 26 left.
It'll be nice little, just under 2-hour flight down.
On runway 26 left.
And we'll do a rolling start. 1, 2 clicks forward. Manflex 57 SRS runway. And auto thrust is armed in blue. Got 4,000 set as our initial stop climb. And 20 knots. There's a V1. And rotate. Up we go into the cloudy London skies, or the foggy London skies. The positive rate gears coming up. And away we go. Climb away, just watch for lever climb. About 1,700 feet. Go lever climb. Plus climb nav. 4,000 blue. Newcastle. Where is it? There we are. The first restriction 250 knots above 2,500 feet, and then 3,000 feet and 250 knots a little bit further on. It is very misty from what I saw in London earlier on. That is pretty true. That should go back shortly, and then we'll retract the flaps once we get above that S speed. There go the slats. And here comes that S speed we're looking for. Just above that. Flaps to 0. And with that we can disarm the spoilers. should be on there and there. As we get above the bit of the mist and fog of London, hopefully we'll be able to see a bit more of this ortho when we get going. We'll look at any other restrictions we have. 4,000 all the way to Novma. After that, we'll stick our cruise in a 330, and here's the route. So, heading out towards the west, down to Southampton, down there to the west of the Isle of Wight, over the English Channel, just past St Anne's across the Channel Islands, and we're down to the northwestern part of France. Continue on down over the Bay of Biscay, and until we reach the northern coast of Spain, just to the west of Santander. Down we go, and we start our arrival just to the north, obviously to the north of Madrid, east of Valladolid, and we'll come down. The arrival looks a little bit pretty much straight in. None to Rilco, down, and then Medot, direct in, 1-8 right. So we can have a look at that a bit later on. Everything looks good. We still have to, like I said, we have to keep this 4,000 feet just until we get to Novam, and then we'll get us up to our cruise. But at the minute, there's not much to see on the ground. But what we can do, we can get a bit of music going. Four miles to go. We'll set 330 ready. It's already set. Excuse me a second. There we go. Now past that 4,000 restriction. Bus climb, open climb, and 330 is set and armed in blue. So we can test landing on this as we're now climbing to a flight level. See if we can get out of this misty, murky weather. Turn those off for now as well. Nice blue sky coming. And a little bit of the ground. There is ortho for the whole flight down, so assume there's not too much cloud. It should look pretty nice. quick look at our British Airways jet. There it is. Have a little flyby as we climb out. Goes. Clouds, these clouds are so much better now with enhanced skyscapes for X-Plane than it was with the default clouds as well. Well worth the $15 if you do have X-Plane. They don't seem to take much of an FPS hit either. What we're getting, 35 still, not too bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now passed 2,000 feet. You may turn on larger
Seatbelt sign
portable
can come off.
electronic devices. This is also
Landing
a
lights
reminder
off.
to keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the duration of the flight and do not form a line near the lavatory. This aircraft is equipped with onboard Wi-Fi. You will be required to pay a small fee if you wish to access it.
I do love a
We
good
do
wing
offer
shot.
complimentary in-flight seating thanks to our partners. Connect to the Wi-Fi and you'll be able to access our wide range of free live TV and paid movie library.
Now passing 110 for 33. Everything looks good. Turn the cockpit and cabin heat down just a little bit. And we just do one quick, make sure we did take enough fuel because we're here at Southampton. Southampton should have 8.2, but 9.7. That's the extra 1.5 tons we took. That's looking good. $662 miles. We will just pop in the progress page. LED, we're landing 1.8. Right, will give us a rough idea of how far we are from the threshold. Some nice views of the south coast of the UK as we head on down. See, there we are, just coming up to Southampton and the Solent. We'll head out just to the west, the Isle of Wight, and we'll make a left turn to head down to northwestern coast of France. Guys, thanks for joining us on this Sunday evening. It's not a very long flight tonight because I've got to be up to take the boys to school tomorrow and go to work, but I did fancy just a quick little flight tonight, so I thought I'd come on and do a quick stream. And thanks for you all for joining. Hope you enjoy the video and the flight. And hopefully the cabin crew will shortly be delivering or starting their bistro service, so if you are hungry, don't forget, hit your call button, order a bit of grub, get a drink, listen to some music and chill for the what time do you reckon we're going to land? About an hour and 40 minutes. becomes the south coast of the UK as we cross over the Solent, where all the cruise ships head out of. Port of Southampton and the cruise terminal. But you can see some of the smaller ships and boats here. And the ortho we got of the south coast, pretty good. Especially against the enhanced skyscape clouds as well. We are approaching 20,000 feet. If any of you watching, we do have, or have enabled now for the rest of October, the Halloween alert. So if you haven't followed, smash the follow button on Twitch and see who can be the first one to set off the scary pumpkin alert. We are well over in, just about to leave UK airspace of that red line into the French FIR boundary. Or before we come down over the Channel Islands, in between Jersey and look, St. Peter's Port. I think we come down in between the two. Then we follow the red line, northern France. Once we get close to Channel Islands, we'll nip outside and have a quick look at those. Can do as well. We'll have a quick look at the weather down in Madrid. Moment. 23 degrees, hardly any wind, good visibility, no rain reported either, which is good. I have to remember when we get to Madrid that it is on quite an elevation, the airport. It's not, I think it's about 1900 feet above sea level. Airport elevation, yeah, 2000 feet. So when we making our approach, will be 2,000 feet lower down than what our altitude is reading here. We'll be relying on the radars to give us our correct height off the ground. We need to keep an eye on that when we descend. And I was planning on trying out, I haven't tried in the Toliss yet, I might try out the auto land function tonight, see how well that does. I've not tried that yet. It could be fun to see how well the Toliss can actually land itself if it needed to. We'll see. As I level off. We are not far off now, about 7,000 feet, 6,500, 7,000 feet. We level off for the cruise. Do like a good flyby view. I think tomorrow, once we do this one, tomorrow we might do a, we'll do a flight in, I was thinking MSFS, I think tomorrow. We'll give that a whirl. See what we can head off to. We'll take the fly-by-wire A321X mod out tomorrow night, I think. And we'll have a little fly around. Quite fancy. I think I haven't been to Italy for a while, so could pop down to Rome tomorrow night, I think. I'll see if I can get some decent scenery for Rome, or one of. Could even go down to one of the islands just off down to Corsica. That could be quite nice. I do have albeit scenery in an X-plane. I'm not sure if there's any for MSFS, so we can have a quick look. See if they have anything on here for any of the Italian airports. Oh, the Amalfi Coast. Let's have a quick look at that. That looks quite good. Good look at that. Maybe we could take a flight down to here tomorrow evening. Definitely got parking for the Neo. Good go. That's definitely a possibility. I'll make sure it's compatible with what's out at the minute. That is definitely looking like a good idea. If there's any other ones, Genova, nothing else is popping up. So I think tomorrow night we're going to go down to the Amalfi Coast, have a flight down to airport code for here. Lima India Romeo India. That is what we're going to do. It looks like a very good. So I'm going to download that tonight. We'll install it tomorrow, and yeah, we'll see if we can get an Ali. We might have an Alitalia livery to fly down with that one. That could be good. We have about an hour and 30 minutes left of this flight. Optimum's 354, so we could, in theory, have a step climb shortly up to 35. Have a look at that as well. We are just about to level off, 2,500 feet to go. And by compass up there. Very cool. There's 1,000 to go, so we should be going up about 1,000 feet per minute now. There, 900. Pretty good. Check our progress. There we are, just approaching the Channel Islands now. St. Peter's Port, so we should be able to see. There it is, just coming in just underneath that bit of cloud. That across there we can see, there we are, and there's the island. St. Peter's Port on that side, and on another one on this side somewhere. Too much. Oh no, just directly below us. There is dark, by the sound looks of things. And even further to the other side will be no, actually that'd be St. Peter's Port, isn't it? That's the right hand side of the aircraft. And then left hand side is the will be Sark. Okay, left hand side. I'll be saying Hillier, sorry. Guys, if you are watching on Twitch, don't forget to smash that follow button. See who's going to be the first one to set off the new Halloween alerts. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. If you're watching on Facebook, don't forget to hit that like. It'll keep you notified of when we go live, where we're going to, what we're flying, and when we are doing it. But typically 3 or 4 times a week we are live, generally flying in the virtual world. And feel free to come along and join us. Probably one of the only flights that doesn't cost you any money. There we are now, quite happily at our cruise level with Mac Alt Cruise 330, and we can get to Mach decimal 78, so we'll set that. No point flying slow when we have a machine that will actually go faster.
In a few moments, we'll be starting our in-flight meal service. Please look in the seat back for our menu, and one of our crew members will stop by shortly for your order. If you would like to order additional menu items, please hit the flight attendant call button at any time, and we'll be over shortly to assist.
Guys, don't forget to order your food and your drink for the flight. Cabin crew are coming around. That great British Airways service. I think up here in the flight deck we should probably ask for a bit of hydration. Let's see if we can get the cabin crew bring us a drink.
Hey, can we get something to drink up here?
Alright.
Go. A nice cup of coffee. First, while we're in the cruise, I am just going to nip. Quickly nip to the loo. I'll be back in 2 minutes, guys. Just give me a sec. I'll be back with you. Just enjoy the music, enjoy the flight, enjoy the views, and I'll be back in a couple of minutes. Well guys, we are back. We are tooting along quite nicely in the cruise now. And as I said earlier, tonight I think, I haven't tried it before, we're going to try and see what the auto land function of the Toliss is like. See how smooth, and see if it can keep on the centre line. I've not tried it before. I tried it in the fly-by-wire, but we're going to try it tonight in the Toliss. See how it gets on. We are into France now. Head down over the Bay of Biscay, and we can have just a quick look at this arrival and work out what we need to be and where we need to be. Not below flight level 150 at non-2, and then Orbis and Rilco not below 11,000 or 12,000. After that, from Rilco, we need to be, platform altitude very high, it's 7,000 feet. And the minima extremely high, 2,191 as well. With Madrid obviously having a very high elevation, 1,998 feet. Well, runway 1,981. So we'll bear that in mind when we have to come to land. So from Rilco and Lula, we're going via Rilco at max 200 knots, and it's 7,000 feet. That'll be due to the 10,000 feet high terrain and the 4,700 to the south as well. So we'll come here at 7,000, the highest 4,600 just there, and before that, what have we got? $10,000 feet to the west of the airport as well. We need to look at that. Pop this up again on the flight plan. Yeah, Orbis flight level, it reckons we're going to be 17, Wilco 13, 100 at Mike Delta 600, Mike Delta 605 at 90, and at the at Medot, which was the approach fix, yeah, Medot at 7.4, we want to be at 7,000, so we'll be looking at that. So we'll bear that in mind, that it reckons we're going to be slightly high. Centre fix, the flight level 70, and then 3-degree glide, flight level 66, and then 2,050 feet when we get on the ground. So what we might do is we'll think about on the progress, on the flight plan again. We will draw, I'm going to set it up already, the at the center fix info, so center fix on right, and the radial for after, so the reciprocal radial for 18 right is quick look, so 18 right is going to be 36, pretty much north. If we put in 30 radial out, back, that should draw a nice, there we are, that's the line that's drawn there. That will be our inbound course to the runway down in Madrid. This is now showing the Flying for the runway. We're also going to add, get it ready. Put it outside the box. We're also going to draw some fixed info rings, and that'll help us work out our upper descent, 339 miles away. So we should see it pop up on here in a few miles. At 320 is the furthest we can see. So we can work out, according to the charts, not below 150 and then 120. So if we work out to be at flight level 150 at non-2, we are at 33,000 feet. We need to lose 18,000 feet. So we times that by 3, so 18, 36, 46, it's going to be 52 miles from non-2. So 52 miles from non-2. 16, so do another one. Non-2. Point the radius 52. Put that in. Back. That should be that in there. So when we see that pop up in a few miles, we'll have a nice blue dash ring, which when we approach that is when we know we want to start our descent down to flight level 150. That's nicely set up. There we are, just going to leave France over the Bay of Biscay. There we are. Nice and clear out there now as well. So the next for the land we'll see will be Santander when we arrive over to northern Spain. So I'm wondering if tonight we can, I'm just going to show you that my very small channel will hit or hopefully can hit a little milestone tonight. Bring it across. We're almost at 1,000 views. 2 more to go, and be 1,000 people will have viewed my antics for flying a plane. So we'll see. We'll keep that over there and see if we can hit the magical 1,000 views. There we go. There's that fixed ring we put in for our descent, and the Airbus reckons our top of descent is pretty much bang on where we drew that ring. Looks good. So we're within 300 miles now of our top of descent. At 292. What we'll do, we'll have a quick little fuel check as well, make sure we haven't burnt too much. So, Novan in 42 miles. Oop, not there. Where's Novan? That's what we're looking for. Novan. 5.7 tons. Still have our 1.2 extra. So we, sorry, yeah. So we got 2 tons extra. So by the time we reach there in 37 miles, that should roughly add up to the 1.2 extra that we took. Who's going to be first to set off the brand new Halloween alerts? If you smash the follow on Twitch, you should hopefully get a very scary pumpkin pop on the screen to see you. 14:19. So yeah, just under an hour left to run. 373 miles. We're going to put in quick look in the performance, the progress. Sorry, 358 to the threshold. Everything is looking good. We'll go take a look once we landed. We'll go take a look at the scenery that we have from Madrid as well. It is by, forgotten who it's by now. Let me have a quick look. By Aerosoft, which is it was payware, but it also includes not just the airport, it includes the city of Madrid as well. Very nice. Yeah, we'll park up, so we want to get the parking charts up in Madrid, and I'll have a look where we want to park. Airport. Parking stand and airport info. Taxi routes. And here we go. So we're landing on 18 right. Here we go, 18 right. We're coming straight in from the north, and we will plan to exit at Zulu 8. We'll come off Zulu 8 with taxi, and we will go park. Park over here. No, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll vacate to the left, Zulu 7, and we'll come and park over in the nice looking new bit, the terminal. So Zulu 7, which is the left-hand exit, the first exit after land, massive runway. Also with a displaced threshold as well. So we'll keep that there when we arrive. So guys, we're about pretty much halfway through our trip down to Madrid. It's a beautiful city, Madrid. I've been there 3 times now. I've been to Madrid. We went, the last time we went was must be a couple of Januaries back now. I went there just after Christmas for the Fiesta of the Kings. Pretty good. But it's a lovely city to go explore. Got good transport too with the underground metro trains they have, and it's nice to walk around as well. We ended up, I've been 3 times now, and each time I've tried to go up the Monclau, and it's either been closed for maintenance or it's been too windy to actually go up. So I'm going to have to make it a 4th trip across to Madrid just so I can go up. You're supposed to be able to get great views across the city when you go up. And of course we did the obligatory tourist bus. But in January I was expecting to be something a bit warmer than the northeast of England. And we ended up being across there, and it was cold, it snowed, there was -4 at night. The days were lovely and bright, but it was extremely cold, not what I was expecting. Definitely expecting something a little warmer, but it was still nice to go around. The massive, had all their Christmas decorations up, and the huge tree they have in Puerta del Sol. Which is also where they have all the road measurements are taken from Spain. They all start at what they call Kilometro Zero, which is the starting point. So each road is then marked out from that point for the distance in the middle of Madrid, which is marked with a plaque in the ground. You can go and go take a look at as well. There's a little bit of probably useless information for Sunday evening, but if you do happen to be going to Madrid and you end up in you can get the metro and come off at the station called Sol, and it'll pop you right up in the middle. The big massive department store there, El Corte Inglés, and loads of places to go get tapas. We get a nice coffee from one of the many coffee shops around there as well. So if you do get a chance to fly out Madrid, it's definitely worth going to have a look. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to try and convince my wife to have a 4th trip across to Madrid just so we can get up the Monclau. Which, if you haven't seen it, looks like a big or a smaller version of the Space Needle. Yeah. Yeah, for those of you who haven't seen it, there's the Monclau. You can go up and get right at the top of the viewing platform. Like I said, every time I've been across, it's been closed, either for maintenance so you can't get up, or the fact that it was far too windy for them to allow people up safely. But yes, trip number 4, I shall be going up to Monclau. Top descent is still approaching. It is. It is in 179 miles. See if we've broken the 1,000 view mark yet. We are approaching northern Spain, so we should, in a few minutes, we'll be able to see it coming up, and we'll go over directly overhead Santander. Here. And hopefully, if it's not too cloudy, we should see the lovely ortho for Spain as well. We have. Get to see all the hills and mountains, and as we make our way down into Madrid. Speed now. Slow down a bit more. Give it 7. Like I said, we're going to do an auto land tonight to try it out in the Toliss. And if we have it tracking, it should be, you can use Volanta to see the see how well it can do. There we are. We started off out at Gatwick. Out of Gatwick, there we were. Little up to 4,000 where we stayed till we reached Southampton. We made that left turn out over the coast just to the west of the Isle of Wight. There we are, heading down. Over France to the Bay of Biscay to our current position. And it reckons, so top of descent is estimate just after we cross Santander. I think that is far too early. And then we go down into Madrid. We're going to come straight in 18 right there. On this we could possibly see the nice terminal that we want to go to. So 18 right, so we could take Zulu 10, taxi it all the way across. When I flew in last time, I went to 352 after good stand. So we could take Zulu 10, taxi out, Whiskey 1, Whiskey 4, around to Delta. Or we could come across to this side. Take Zulu 7, onto Bravo, and we could go straight in from Zulu 7 onto a stand. They have the control tower just there as well. So Zulu 10 or Zulu 7, depending on how long it takes us to stop. We should be done by Zulu 10. And most definitely, if we haven't stopped by Zulu 7, then we have a bit of an issue. So we'll aim. We'll aim for Zulu 10, worst case Zulu 7. $129 miles to go, top of descent. Here we are approaching northern Spain. You just see it coming up now in the distance, just through those clouds there. And there's the Santander waypoint and VOR that we're going to fly over. Slightly off. There it is. There's the that is an extended centre line. So if we were coming from another direction, say over here to join, or over here to get on the localizer, and we need the vectors. This line gives us a direct idea of where the centre line for the runway is. So we can come across, and we know once we get to this dotted line, if we were to turn right, if we came from over here, we could turn right. If we got ourselves on this dash line, we'd know that we'll be perfectly aligned with the localizer. Again, coming from the left, we could come and make the left-hand turn to join this dash blue line, and that would allow us to intercept the localizer and get on the glide slope for 18 right. All you have to do is put in the point that you want to put a line out from, and or a radial from, and put in the opposite. So we land on 18 right, so the reciprocal of 18 right would be 360, or in this case it's 001, 1 degree just off north. But you would do it with either, if you're on runway 25 or 250, your reciprocal would be 07, for example. So for 22, reciprocal direct down would be so 18 is 36, so that's half, and then again you just pick the reciprocal heading that you want to put your radial from to get that dashed extended centre line. And here comes Santander just in the distance there. Got a lovely day down in Spain, and here comes the mountains of northern Spain. Here. There we go, guys. We have now hit that milestone. If I just refresh this now, bring it over to show you. We have now 1,008 views for this channel. Never did I think that we would get that many followers, let alone many views. 1,008 of you have actually come and watched or joined the stream I've been doing. How are we? Excellent. Quick look at her as we get to it. Once we do that, as we are approaching Santander in 13 miles, we get the we'll do one last fuel check. Santander, 4.6 tons, and we have 6.6. So we've actually saved more fuel because we only took 1.2 tons extra, and we're going to arrive with 2 tons more. So we've actually saved 800 kilos as we've been coming down. We are now, the descent is 83 miles. So just as that, I'm going to take the last break for tonight, and I'll be back and we'll get ourselves set up and ready to get ourselves on the ground down into Madrid. So I'll be back in 2 to 3 minutes, and we'll get ourselves starting our descent. Hello guys, right, we're back for the final part of our flight. Look at the ortho below now. Doesn't that look awesome? Look at that. Let's have a quick look. Can't be far now. Nope, not far from top of descent. So it's probably about time that we had one last look at the approach charts and see what we need to do. If we're too high, we can hold it on to if we need to. Wilco is the initial approach fix. So it's 150, not below. Orbis, then we can go down to, or after non-2, we can then go down to 12, and after that down to, we need 3 miles roughly from Rilco to get to 11. After that we're down to 7,000 for the approach for the ILS. So 43 miles away. We'll just get the weather again for Madrid. Let's refresh that now. Now it is 20 degrees, 1012 for the QNH, few clouds at 5,000 feet, wind ever so slightly from the north, ever so slightly from the north, 2 knots, which means landing on 18, we'll have a slight tailwind, but that's nothing to be concerned about. No rain reported, and good visibility, 10 kilometers or more. That looks good. So we'll start our descent, then I will add this info into the MCDU. Get it on the right page ready. And we'll get the minima, which is very high in Madrid. For CATSI aircraft 2191 is the minima, and we'll see if the RadNav's tuned up yet. Make sure that corresponds with what's on the charts. India Mike Romeo 110.7 and India Mike Romeo 110.7. We're going to do a flat full landing, and we're also going to do like I said, we're going to try out, even though we don't need to, we're going to try out an auto land just to see how well it works. Something out to the side of the airplane, so have a quick look. Wow. Simply awesome. This is all ortho that I have painstakingly downloaded. I've got about 3 or 4 terabytes worth of ortho. Always worth a good screenshot. jump in so we don't miss this top of descent. So we're going to go down to 150. We'll put that in the window now. Ready to go. Just get to that. So we reckoned it was 54 miles, and the computer reckons it should be there. We'll see how it works out. We'll do it on what we put in with this fixed info ring. And there we go. So, thrust idle, open descent, 150 blue. Put that back to manage speed. It'll slow us down and we'll start our descent. And while that is doing that, we'll go down here. We can put in our info need. So QNH 1020, 20 degrees. The wind was 020 at 2 knots. Transition level now in Madrid, with it being a high airport, transition level is a whopping 13,000 feet. The barrel ref was 2191 for the minima. It'll be a flat full landing. Our clean speed is 232 knots. And flat full 159. And a V up at 152. But we are, like I said, going to do an auto land. So we will let the plane do what it wants to do. See where we're going to level off. We want to level off at non-2. So in that case, then we're not going down fast enough. So we need to go to vertical speed, and we'll let's just see. 2,400, still not quick enough. So to be at non-2, just before it, we need to be going down about 3,000 feet per minute. Actually, find that back. Leave that, actually, leave it about there, 2,400 actually. So it's not below 15,000, we don't need to be bang on it when we arrive. Yeah, pretty much bang on, 600 feet low it reckons, so yeah, not too bad. 95 miles to the threshold in Madrid as well, so that all looks good. So we'll leave that doing its stuff. Take the airport off now, put the constraints back on. We are 31 miles from non-2, about 10,000 feet to go, so yeah, could be pretty much spot on. Oh, look, there's anything we need to tune into for a VOR of any description. Have Reyes in, which is just before the runway, and you get the air. This the Toliss should auto tune. Right now, what's it got in? Got November Echo Alpha in, which is in 8 miles coming up. Oh, we've gone past it, so see what it tunes in, but we shouldn't. It should auto tune the next VOR. Anyway, so. If we leave that how we are, let's have a quick look, see how we are doing. Hey Sabrina, welcome back to the stream. Just seen your message pop up. My hair, it got was always had a Mohican, but it got kind of shortened because when I sit and drive in the car, if I have it up, my hair is too big to fit in the car and it bends over all over the place. And I've had my side sharpened as well. But no, if you come back regularly to the stream, you'll see my hair will be red, it'll be blonde, it'll be blue. It changes every couple of weeks. Yeah, it's just been sharpened and straightened, and it started off as a lockdown haircut when I couldn't get to the barbers last year, so I did it in the house and it's just stuck. To be honest, I quite like it. 12,000, I'll put that in. Now, get that going down to 12,000. How's your Sunday been, Sabrina? Has it been good? Have a quick look where we want to be. We're not below 12,000 at Orbis, after that 11,000 to Rilco. I'll have a look how that pans out. Slow that rate of descent down now, back to 2, I'm going to say 2.2, that'll do the job. There's a transition, we'll put that down 1020 and we'll just let the VS do it. We'll take that back to about 1,000 feet per minute now, and we do need to think about slowing down. In fact, we are well fast. 250 knots. So we're down to 11,000 coming up, and then actually 220 knots. Keep that coming back. 220, and then we're down to 10,000 after Rilco, and down to 7,000 for the initial fix.
We have begun our final
Point.
descent into Madrid. Flight attendants will be passing
Come
through
on.
the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are stowed and
Come on.
seats are in a full upright position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat in front of you. Please complete all Wi-Fi related tasks
Speed
and stow
brake
any
and go
larger
back.
electronics.
So I think from here we can probably sort of activate the approach phase. Do that. One less thing to forget about. Grab the rest of the charts. So Rilco 11,000, 10,000, 9,000, 8,000, then 7,000. So it's pretty much a continuous descent approach from Rilco 11,000, then we can put that back and get 10,000 ready to go. Look out the window. Put that back in managed speed because don't need to muck around with that. And we're going to let the aeroplane land tonight. See how well it copes with the auto land. Do low auto brake. There's such a big runway in Madrid. Right, so 10,000 just idle open descent. The 1,000 feet we need to lose now. long as we don't hit any mountains or hills. Not that far below us on this approach. Never a wise idea on a Sunday night to scuff your undercarriage on a mountain. Next, we can go down to 9,000. Pop that in. $9,000. Bring up the ILS, arm the localizer and the approach, and the second autopilot for this, hopefully auto land. And down to 8,000. Oops. Going it in VS, do we? 8,000. There we are, nicely turning towards the ILS. And just so that's the final approach will be at 7,000 feet. But look, 7,000 feet, 3 degrees on the glide, good pappies both sides. And keep remembering that Madrid is a high elevation airport as well. Glide slope, Lockstar. We are 18 miles out. Actually, we can go flap 1. We'll arm those spoilers, get the lights on, and we'll let the airplane let it do its landing, see if it can keep itself straight on the runway and not slam it into the ground. We're now 13 miles out. However, I can't bring flap 2 because we are too fast for some reason. Let's just bring this right back. Whack the speed brake out as well, because we aren't, for some reason, aren't slowing down as quick as we need to be. Especially not at 11 miles, we need to be a lot slower than that. In fact, I'm going to keep bringing that back down to 180 knots. Oh. Now we're below that S, we can have flap 2. There it goes. 2,500 feet, even though we are 4,600 above sea level. And it's probably a good job we're doing it auto land because you can't see much out the window at the minute. Let's keep bringing that speed back. 152 was the VAP. Flap 3. Let's give the cabin crew a ding on the dong. That can get armed now. We'll drop the gear. I'll go flat full. And let's see how well this plane can land itself. There come the gear. There is the runway. Everything is good. We've got low auto brake. Bang on the ILS. And we've got the runway charts for our exit. What do you reckon the landing rate's going to be, Sabrina? How well can this Toliss land?
Approaching 18 right.
$500. 400. 100.
There's the land. Hopefully it'll do the flare.
Minimum.
Continue.
200.
Can this land itself? Start the flare in a second. Hopefully. Climb it in the ground.
40. 30.
There's the flare.
20. 10. Retard.
Oh, floaty McFloat. There we go. Roll out. Versus. And decel. 100 knots. Manual braking. Take the autopilot out now. And welcome down into Madrid. I'm going to take this first exit here on the left and go and check out this
Madrid. The local time
aerosoft
is
scenery.
3:08 p.m. and it's currently about 22 degrees Celsius. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins as items may have shifted during the flight. If this is your final destination, we thank you for flying with us. If you're making a connection, we encourage you to check your itinerary to ensure a smooth continuation of your journey.
Well, I reckon that was quite a smooth landing for Autoland. I think we'll get straight into a gate. Go straight ahead and park. Back on the stand, dead ahead. $529 looks good. We even got a little marshal there as well. I'm done. Got to slow down. It's got that APU. Come on, man. Keep going. We are. Bang. And set the parking brake. Get some of these lights turned off. Off. Wing lights off. Nav logo off. Just wait for that APU. And then we can get a shot of these passengers. And welcome down to a sunny Madrid. We're going to take a little fly around the airport in a minute and have a look at this aerosoft scenery as well. It looks pretty cool. APU's available. Engines off. That means we can turn off seatbelt signs, turn that off, turn the beacon off, and we don't need any. Oops. We don't need any passengers on here either. So let's get rid of them. Seatbelt signs off. And away they go to do whatever they might want to do in Madrid. Good, actually. Open these doors so they can jump out. Is there a reason why there's no beverage? Beacon's off, strobe's off, everything else is off. That way doesn't work. We are. Welcome to Madrid. So when they are getting themselves disembarked, we can go have a quick fly around. Quick look at this airport. It's absolutely huge, but I do believe if we go down here, I think we can go inside the airport as well, which is quite good. We're just whizzing through the roof. Have you ever wondered what Madrid airport would look like from the inside? There it is. Out here. Not many people inside waiting for their flights, but pretty good. We get in the control tower. Reckon. Yep. Well, this scenery is from Aerosoft, and it does come with the city of Madrid scenery as well. I think it was about $18 roughly. Well, there we are. It's just going to be a one-way flight tonight because I've got to get up early to go to work tomorrow. But yeah, thanks for joining us. Welcome to Madrid. I hope the B8 hospitality has been what you'd expect from a British Airways flight. Hope your oysters and champagne were tasty tonight, and we'll be back, I think, depending on how work goes, maybe back tomorrow night in MSFS, and we'll have a quick flight tomorrow night as well. But apart from that, once these passengers have disembarked, I'm going to say goodnight and go and get myself sorted for work tomorrow. Anyway, thanks for the follows tonight, thanks for watching, and thanks for taking a little bit of your Sunday evening to come and join us on this flight. And I will see you again on the next one. In fact, just before we go, why not have a very quick look at the replay of the landing, see how what it did. Go back. Flight deck. Let us jump back in to the flight deck. We'll go here and we'll go on the replay. Get ourselves round about there. Step outside. I think the doors may still be open. Might be open on that side. That one's open. However, get a runway view of our landing. Speed it up. Here it comes. Catch it up. Chase it along. Here. So don't forget we were trying out the auto land and the Toliss to see how it did. I think there's a bit of a float. Float, 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 float. Float, 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 and touchdown. So it tracked the centre line pretty well. It did land pretty well. There goes reverses. Spoilers are up. Out from a passenger view. There it goes. Touchdown, spoilers. Excellent. So guys, well, thanks again, like I said, for joining us on this flight, and I will see you all on the next one. Like I said, tomorrow night we were going to go into MSFS, and we'll have a flight in the fly-by-wire A321X. So, for me, it is good evening as this plane taxis in to its stand. And yeah, thanks again for watching, thanks for follows, and we'll see you tomorrow. So, good night, guys.